Hello, everybody. We're actually starting on time. Yay! For those who
Amazing.
joined us while we were going and beating up on X-Steph, scratch
Um,
that.
um,
He was
who was
beating
beating
up
up
on
on whom?
us.
Yeah.
We thank you. It's going to take some time before we get all the mechanics down, considering we're running it cold and blind, which means
And
we've
there's a
looked
lot
up.
of mechanics.
There's a lot of mechanics, and we have purposely looked up no guides because we're trying to figure it out for ourselves. Because, of course, what's the best way to ruin the fun of a puzzle is being told the answer before you even start. Well, are you ready to do more monk quests?
No?
I'm ready to do more monk quests.
Good, because you're the monk.
Yay! Okay, we're gonna do
I am
monk
completely unready to do monk quests. I need about 30 levels of Pugilist first.
Larry Zor has so spoiled us, hasn't he? Forever and ever and ever.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Eric, what do you got for us this time?
Okay, hold on. The Pursuit of Power. Oh, wow. I get to see some of that happen through OBS instead of out of the corner of my eye. That is looking good.
Yes. As you can see, we've added new icons so that you can tell who's talking with what character. Kay is lurking in the background. But anyway, Monk!
Professor Eric would have you do his bidding yet again.
Always. Why do something himself when he can send us to do it?
Yes. You're here for the grunt work, because you are a grunt. You two played me for a fool. The data the simpleton monk brought me was absolutely astounding, groundbreaking, revolutionary, yet I remained objective in my analysis as a scholar must. Poring over the data, I finally arrived at a disheartening conclusion. The two of you took measurements of the same area. The values were near identical, equivalences mocking me as I struggled to reconcile them. I could neither sleep nor eat lest I waste time not drawing nearer the truth. And for what? Tell me, what is it you two were doing in the field?
Don't look at me. I did exactly as I was told. You need to take it up with the Murder Guild.
Not this bloody chakra nonsense again. How many times must I tell you? It is naught but imperceptible ether. Call it what it is. And to think I had a mind to put your names under mine when my hypothesis was published. This life force, this spiritual energy, this God's forsaken eternal soul essence, I care not what primitive nomenclature those backward monks wish to assign it. It is ether, plain and simple. They claim they are able to manipulate and amplify it through discipline and the opening of the so-called chakra. False. This is nothing more than the ethereal regulation of organisms, a basic and natural concept, in an attempt to explain that which science does not yet fully understand. The monks have erected an institution of control. Their preachings are unassailable by design, for none can disprove the existence of the unknowable. They promise power in return for abjection and servitude, control and power indeed. Only that of man. It is the very essence of a religion, and should be treated with contempt as all religions should. Ether resides in all living things, as do natural mechanisms with the capacity to regulate it. This is simply life, not some mystical supernatural endowment. Did you just skip by one?
No?
Okay. Thought I saw two flips. I
Let
concede of...
me double check that. No, I have not.
Okay. I concede, of course, that the heightened mental faculties of man allow for the potential to gain conscious control over those mechanisms. Indeed, it would appear that you and the simpleton monk have already achieved that end. The indiscretion and impertinence of youth. I suppose it can be forgiven. Once, my own youth, I was not the model of perfection you see before you. I, too, have made what some might call mistakes. Not myself, but some. In our talks
Mm-hmm.
together, the simpleton monk often spoke of the seventh chakra. Its awakening is thought to be the highest achievement among monkhood. I make it a habit to know the tenets of my intellectual enemies. It was the flow of the aether within the two of you which betrayed your falsehood. The whispering of your chakra, as I'm sure the monks would rush to call it. But serendipity most often visits the industrious. Just so, it is precisely these ethereal whispers that prove to be most intriguing. The waves of these sounds resonated perfectly with the aether of the battleground. I can see by your vapid expression that you are missing my point. Allow me to spell it out. It follows that if one were to visit a battlefield with a certain ethereal wave amplitude and frequency, it would resonate with one's own aether. This is the phenomenon responsible for the initial opening of your own chakra. I cannot believe I am being reduced to speaking in these terms. It stands to reason that for any ethereal wave, there may be a location that will resonate with it. Think of the implications, Rena. If the seventh chakra the monks speak of truly exists, then so too must an ultimate battleground to bond with it. The concentration of aether in such a place would be unlike anything ever recorded. I forgive your past treachery. Guide me as it did to this great discovery. That, and I need you to do more work for me. Here, take this new aetherometer.
Okay.
Make for Lurk's Call in the East Shroud. My research indicates it is a very promising tract indeed. Set up the aetherometer as you have of others in the past, then kill whatever you must to obtain a strong reading. Slaying beasts there will release the aether of the land they are steeped in, and it may resonate with your own. I suppose in the primitive terms of the monkhood, that would translate to the expansion of your chakra. Oh, and you'll not be crossing paths with the simpleton monk this time. I will be sending him to take readings at East End. I have no intentions of allowing you two to conspire to impede my research again. If you care to know more about the events that have transpired at Lurk's Call, I suggest you pay a visit to your local library. East End, on the other hand, is a fascinating subject of which I never tire speaking. Ask me about it any time if your curiosity ever gets the better of you.
Did he just tell us to go read a book?
Yes.
Okay, Eric. You're just standing there very impatiently wanting me to ask about East End, so I'll go ahead and ask about East End.
East End is just that, the eastern end of the Black Shroud. The Autumn War marked the beginning of hostilities between Alamigo and Gridania. The first major victory in that war came at the First Battle of Tinulka, and it belonged to Alamigo. Defeated, the Gridanians retreated to the safety of Five Hangs. The front was splintered, and afterwards they would resort to opportunistic ambushes and the constant redeployment of troops to continue their resistance. The Alamegans, confident of ultimate victory, enjoined Gridania to surrender. As conditions, they demanded that all of the east and portions of the central shroud be relinquished, and perhaps more disturbingly, that the seed seers be taken as wards of Alamigo, where they would be met with no harm. Needless to say, Gridania refused. Providence was to be delivered to the Forestborn by the neighboring nation of Ishgard. Wary of Alamigo's ambitions for the region, the sea appealed to Limsa Lominsa and Ulda for aid. The three joined Gridania in her declaration of war against Alamigo and sent troops to reinforce the front. But this was far from a gesture of charity. It is easy to see what the motives of the sea were. Should certain sections of the Black Shroud be annexed to Alamigo, Ishgard's southern and eastern borders would become extremely vulnerable to a possible invasion. For their part, Lemza and Ul'dah had virtually nothing to lose by entering into the war, and yet everything to gain by curbing the power of Alamigo in the realm. Even more, victory would place Gridania in their debt. And so it came to pass that these four great nations joined into a grand alliance to combat the advance of Alamigo. The fighting which was to follow would later be named the Second Battle of Tinolka. The heaviest and most devastating combat took place on a tract of land called the East End. In the beginning, there were several small-scale skirmishes, but the Allied powers succeeded in following the stratagems of Alamigo at every turn, foiling. Feeling the tide begin to turn against them, Alamigo dispatched its pikemen, known far and wide for their effectiveness against mounted units such as the Knights of Ishgard. To rally the troops even more, King Manfred himself took to the field to lead them. At first, it seemed as though Alamigo had succeeded in reversing its fortune, as the Allies began a slow retreat towards East End. This was a clever ploy, however, designed to lure the pikemen into the dense growth of the forest, where their long polearms would be unwieldy and near useless. It was during these days that the archers of Gridania would prove their value beyond the bow, singing songs of heroism and glory in the field to bolster the Allied troops. It is said that this gave birth to the Bard tradition. The archers of Gridania excelled at combat in the dense vegetation of the Black Shroud, and their arrows inflicted heavy casualties on the Alamegans. In the end, General Galbard was slain, King Manfred severely wounded, and Alamigo completely and utterly defeated. And that is a brief summation of the history of East End, the site of the end of the forest and the end of the war both. Do you know, I can almost feel you getting less stupid, Rena.
Gee, thanks. I think. He totally insulted me, didn't he?
Hello, Rena. Eaten any good books lately?
I need to punch something with my fists. Let's go. Oh. I'm going completely the wrong direction.
Eric means well. He's trying to help.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. It's just his idea of help needs work.
Okay, I can buy that. Yeah, and we actually end up questing in East End at one point. It'll be like a couple expansions from now, but we do. Do you want me to go off and do the monk thing, or do you want to follow along?
You go off and do the monk thing.
I will go off and do the monk thing. To East End! Woohoo! Though it is kind of a long travel, I should probably port it. Yeah, I'm gonna port it.
Now, before prices go up?
Yes!
The distance shouldn't cause any interference on that one.
Yeah, one of the things in the life letter that they mentioned was that the prices are getting readjusted for teleporting, including the removal of the 999 gil cap.
Yeah. Right now, teleporting to the other side of the world costs an unknown amount of money because they just cap it at 999 gil. And that cap is going away.
Nope, I wouldn't go this way. Right, fat cat, right! Excuse you.
Thank you.
If I sneak around the sylphs, which soon will be not as easily sneakable. Put on my fire fists. Okay, my destination's up there.
Fire Fist of Fury?
Something like that. And 1 aetherometer, made to order. Pump. Ooh!
Ether-bound
undead.
currents. Yeah. And they're not gentlemen.
No, they are not. Not in the slightest. Bunny fists of rage. Oh no, there's 3 more. How many are there? All of them. That's how many.
At the moment, I'd say there's 2. Sorry, 1.
Well, that's their problem, not mine. Are we done here?
Yep.
Thank you.
And your chakra is opened.
So I see. And back to the Goldsmith's Guild.
Yes, and before you turn in the aetherometer to him, double check the description since he said it was an updated one.
Ah.
I have a feeling it won't be anything special, but you never know when Koji will sneak something in.
Odd contraption used for measuring surrounding levels of aether. Nothing special there.
Nope, that's the old description. 2.
I was chipped.
I was hoping for a, supposedly updated, but you can't see a difference.
Oh dear.
Oh dear?
We might have problems for later tonight.
Yes.
Do you see who I'm not seeing here?
Is this where the FF-15 is supposed to start?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
We might have to push through the end of AAR in order to open her.
Right. Oh boy.
I thought it was just level 50.
Yeah, you probably have to
Though we
get
should probably
into
check on
ARR
that.
Plus.
Which means the buns won't get a boom boom.
Well, we have a couple of weeks if we could schedule some time during the week to set up and record everything.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. Of which, the live letter mentioned nothing about any sort of changes to duties, just overall system changes. So the current plan for the end of the buns is that we will pre-record it. That way we can voice edit over and read all the dialogue lines properly. And then we'll be airing
At our own convenience.
Yeah. So that will be sometime during the week. We will be gathering a group of either 4 or 8 people so we can get that all put together. If you are online and wish to join us, you're more than welcomed. Otherwise, we'll kind of figure it out as we go along. Okay, Eric, here is your aetherometer. I hope you're happy.
I very much look forward to the readings of both your and Wittergelt's aetherometers. Is this? You've already finished. Then what are you standing there talking for? Come, give me the aetherometer. Yeah, he's eager.
Eager beaver?
Amazing. Simply amazing. And your soul crystal is glowing more vibrantly than ever before, is it not? I will begin my analysis of the data with all haste. You've come to be quite the model pupil, Rena. Would that I could say the same of the monk simpleton. I can see the feeble gears turning in your mind. Come, there's no need to feel shame at your ignorance. If you wish to know what has transpired, you need only ask. I promise to use small words.
Unfortunately, your words are not generally small enough. Four-pointed fury!
Delivers an attack with potency of 140 to all nearby enemies.
Yep, that's
I
part
don't remember that one.
This is part of the AoE rotation.
Okay. Shows you how well I remember Monk.
Monk was not your favorite.
No. There may be worse classes out there, but I've yet to take them.
Okay, Eric, what do you got?
Good vibrations. Doesn't strike me as a beach boy, but okay. Professor Eric wishes to speak with you about Wittergelt. The simpleton monk asks that I send you his way should I see you. He waits for you at Little Alamigo in southern Thanalan. Surely you see Wittergelt for the danger he is. He is the most dangerous type of mind, one blinded by revolution and revenge. I do wish you'd tell him yourself that people should live for the future rather than the past. You thought I did not know he was of the Alamigan resistance? How saddening it is that on the rare occasions you do trouble yourself to think you are wrong. Of course I know. What manner of imbecile do you take me for? No doubt Wittergelt thinks me the idiot. False. These two eyes see far more than you know. I, too, am an Alamigan, and love my homeland every bit as much as he. Go now. Hurry to Little Alamigo. I will keep you no longer. No doubt Wittergelt is already awaiting your arrival.
And just checking with him. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Monks of the Fist of Ralgar.
The monks and the Fist of Ralgar are interesting in the same way as any other organized religion, a sad, pathetic, and humorous way.
Aww.
The brothers and sisters of the monkhood are those souls training in the service of Ralgar, god of destruction among the 12. The Fist of Ralgar is their order. This barbaric cult traces its origins back several centuries to Alamigo. That simpleton Wittergelt is one of their number. The Fist teaches those foolish enough to listen that through rigorous training of the mind and body, and with constant invigoration and refinement, one can approach the sublimity of Ralgar himself. Such is their power of concentration that they are able to master the aether within their bodies and channel it in a manner that grants them immense destructive power. The monkhood insists on calling this internal essence spiritual energy or life force. Trust me when I say it is nothing other than aether. Endowed with this brutish, unthinking gift for hitting things very hard, the entire cult has evolved into a sort of clergy with martial proclivities. This was no doubt a result of their main temple being located in Garabania, a region plagued by warfare where knowing how to protect oneself is essential. As the years passed, however, what began as a simple group of religious fanatics fighting to protect themselves grew into an ambitious organization of religious fanatics taking part in the region's power struggles. Those in power in Alamigo grew wary of these war priests who proclaimed all their fights to be fought in the name of a god, and who employed deadly force without the slightest hesitation. And so, rather than make enemies of the monks, they decided to use them to their benefit. Through affiliation with the Alamigan royal family, the Fist of Ralgar was incorporated into the nation's standing army. This not only granted the monks a great deal of power, but furnished them with all the rights accorded protectors of the citizenry, and their political influence was still growing.
Now remember all this, there will be a quiz and 2 expansions.
Yes, there will. Now for the fate of the Fist of Ralder, also part of the quiz. I confess I find great joy in studying the demise of a religion, and even greater joy in recounting it.
No, he's not an atheist. What do you think?
The power of the Fist of Ralder grew unchecked in Alamigo, and was eventually named the state religion. After this, its influence over political, economic, and cultural spheres of life became even more considerable. Needless to say, this did not sit well with one and all. Among them was the last and most ugsome of the Alamigan royalty, the King of Ruin, Theodoric. The rise of the Fist meant a potential rival for power, and he would not suffer the monkhood to encroach on his prerogatives. To counter their claims of religious righteousness, he simply conjured his own out of thin aether, proclaiming that the throne was his by divine right, given him by the word of Nymea herself, Master of Ralder. He then banned the worship and likenesses of Ralder and all other gods, and demanded that the prayers and praises of Alamigo be given to Nymea and her alone. In doing so, he sought to establish his own absolute uncontested rule. Naturally, the Fist and other worshippers of Ralder throughout the nation rose in protest, precisely as Theodoric had known they would. He used the uprisings as a pretext to imprison several high-ranking monks, whom he then tortured until they confessed their order's plans to topple his rule. In 1552 of the Sixth Astral Era, Theodoric led a vast army to the site of the monkhood's main temple and surrounded it. Monks, novices, and devotees, including the elders, refugees seeking shelter after the fires of war turned their homes to ash, servants and peasants hired to do no more than till the fields, none were left alive. The monks fought heroically, but were hopelessly outnumbered. With the massacre of that day, nearly all the monkhood perished. The elders, the keepers of the tradition and its knowledge, resided within the temple grounds. It was thought that all versed in the ways of the chakra were lost. Then what of this Wittergeld simpleton? Just who is he? Perhaps the end of the Fist was not the end of the monks after all.
Yeah, I'm wondering about that too. Why don't you ask him, Eric? He's never gonna ask him, is he?
Not for a couple expansions.
Actually, he probably already knows because, well, it's Eric.
Yep. Well, given some of his biases, he might not have, or may discount whatever he knows as potentially self-serving. And therefore are not necessarily the truth.
All I know is I need to head to Little Alamigo.
Yes.
Which
yes,
I
you
went
do.
out the wrong end of Holdaw for. This place is a freaking warren.
Well, as a bun, you should be used to warrens.
Hush you. I'm more of a hare and less of a rabbit, you know? Yeah, apparently one of the other things they're changing is the teleport listing for the internal city Aethernets. Instead of just giving you a list, it'll actually pop up with a map so you can see where you're going and just click on the Aetherite near the location you need to go to.
Cute.
Instead of guessing what the name might actually be.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Distraught Lass. I'll have to get to you probably in another month. She looks really
That soon?
distraught. I mean, look at her.
Yeah.
I mean, can you deny that face?
Well, I think you're about to.
Sorry. Okay, off to little Alamigo. And he's going to send me all over hell and creation, isn't he?
Well, this is the 45 quest.
Yeah, we're going to be sent all over heck and creation.
How far be it from him to buck tradition when it comes to job quests.
Oh, he's all about tradition. Great, now I've got that song stuck in my head.
Tradition?
Yes.
Okay. My job here is done.
Beetle deedle dee, deedle deedle lum.
Yes.
Hello, Weather Guild. Eric said you wanted to see me.
You spoke to Eric. Do not lie to me, sister. You told him who I am, what I seek to do.
No, he figured it out.
He knew on his own. I am not angered. He tried to sway me from my path. He believes resistance will only leave more dead. I expected as much from him. I feigned understanding. He asked much of me, of the monkhood and the fist. He asked of the 7th chakra. My answers excited him. He said they would advance his studies. I, too, learned from him. I am nearer the 7th chakra now. Soon, the resistance will rise. You, too, will see. Very soon.
Oh, I went past 2. Sorry.
Yeah. You get to do that one since you cover over the thing.
Others do not understand. Alamigo tried to protect them. We were the shield of the realm. We bled to fend off Garlemald.
None here know of our suffering. None here can imagine it. The lives we led after the fall, after the shield was sundered. I have traveled far and wide. I have met many souls, but none are as you. You have a gift. Yours is a great strength. Unite it to ours, sister. Help us reclaim our home. Your efforts will be rewarded. Look upon my garments. This is the war garb of the monkhood. It attunes to the wearer's chakra, enables it to realize its fullest expression. The cloth is imbued with the power of Ralgar. Only monks of his fist may don it, only those who overcome many trials. I will tell you how it can be yours. Fear not, I require you to speak no vows. I ask only that you fight with us. Give yourself to our cause. You long for adventure, I understand, but such longings can wait. This cannot. See Alamigo freed, then enjoy your own freedoms. What say you, sister?
I think we're 2 expansions too early for that.
Yeah. You have the heart of a true monk. You are different from the others in this realm. Hear this. A set of our war garb was stolen. The fist has tracked the bandits. We know now where the 3 of the relics are. Here, in southern Thanalan, the Sepulchre and the Circle of the Tempered, and in northern Thanalan, the abandoned Amagina mithril mine. Your soul crystal will react to the relics. Draw near them, and they will glow. By this power, you can find them. The Fist's honor has been trampled upon. Make the heretics you find pay for their sins. Eric has sold his soul to this land, but he is a knowledgeable man. He knows more than I of the monkhood and of the Fist. Speak with him if you would know more of our way. The man revels in hearing himself speak.
That I will not.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, I will not disagree with that.
I await the day we fight side by side, sister. Go now, and go well.
Okay, Circle of the Tempered, Abandoned Mines. Oh, what to do first? What to do first?
So many things to punch, so little time.
I only have 2 fists. And I don't feel like punching sabotenders.
Aw.
Not today. They're a bit prickly.
They're so soft. And prickly.
They are very prickly.
That prickliest.
Oh gosh, it's up there, isn't it?
Have fun.
Ow! My bug buns!
And if you poke you too many times, you might let the air out of your fatter cat.
That would be bad. It's way over there.
Yeah, for one thing, you don't want to know the smell.
Okay, I think I've snuck it around the backside.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's one relic.
And I'm out of dodge. No, fat cat, don't fail me now. Zoom. Okay, I think this is a safe spot. And we're going to go equip.
Mm.
What I think I was wrong was actually better, but yeah, I'm gonna do the monk thing.
It'll make Order Guild happy.
Oh no, it's, oh no. If you thought Old Doll was a Warren, try, yeah. This is gonna be
I
painful.
figured it'd be in there. Where else would they put it? Do your best. Oh yeah, a gender swapped Rena would be a total himbo. Oh, you're just gonna stand there and I'm gonna have to kill them, aren't I? Oh yeah. In this place, always.
First off, I need to put that ability in its place.
Place for every ability and every ability in its place.
I think that goes there. Now to steal a box. You get a good night's sleep, live suing. Thanks for joining us.
Yes. You have a good night.
These pants do not work with these shoes.
And this is a surprise. How?
Ow.
Ow,
Gotta
quit it.
sneak out of here. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm doing this. Ah, fat cat was not thin enough to get behind the brazier. Okay,
It is
where's
amazingly
this
agile,
mithril
though.
mine? Oh. Oh dear.
Right. Yeah, that's a bit of a ride.
I think I want to go out the other exit.
Yes.
Yeah, that abandoned mithril mine is no joke, especially if the fate's going on,
Yeah.
which is often.
Yeah. Good luck on that.
Gee, thanks.
Anytime.
You know,
I'm behind you all the way. Way, way behind you.
Yeah, so far behind, I think you're still an old dog.
Yep.
So much for being a supportive bun.
I'm very supportive.
But yeah, the monk gets a lot of changes this upcoming expansion.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I don't know. It looks a lot more complicated than it is right now, and it's already kind of complicated at the high end. So
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting. I've got a feeling poor Thay is going to be dying a lot inside of his trusts and squadrons, trying to relearn everything. Must remember, don't queue his heals for the first week. Though we're not getting too many big tank changes this time around, so that won't be a problem. I just remember the first week of living hell, of queuing in as healers for Shadowbringers after they did all the tank changes. That was painful. Very, very, very painful. So off to Blue Fog.
Yes.
We shall be there soon enough.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, I have no speed bonus here. My fat cat is trudging.
He is tired.
He just can't even.
Yeah.
The void is calling to him.
Yep.
Please let the fate be down. Please let the fate be down. Please let the fate be down.
Or maybe, better yet, just ending. That way you don't have to worry about it restarting on you.
Well, the start forward is up, but I am not punching that button.
Right. That's right. You do have to trip that one off.
Okay, they're in the
I remember
wrong
the first
order.
time we trapped over that.
Are we done yet?
Maybe. Not so much.
I'm going to be getting every single one of these guys, aren't I?
Maybe.
Eep. the children of Dalamud, or the lambs of Dalamud, come in walkers. Yeah, I'm gonna just take this chest right from behind you. Don't pay me any mind. I'm practicing my rogue skills. Okay. Time to put on new boots. Which are very flat-footed.
Yeah.
I guess I'm a flat-footed
Doesn't that
bun-bun.
hurt?
I'm trying to ignore it. Thank you. And then back to Wittergilt. Very, very slowly back to Wittergilt.
No, don't worry, you'll speed up. He'll get his second wind soon enough.
I hope so. He is just trudging along, the poor little guy on his stubby little faux-clad legs. I'm not sure if he doesn't like this place or he likes this place too much. Go, little fat cat. There we go. So...
Yep, now he has his second wind.
Then we turn here. And then we turn here.
Follow the tracks.
Yep.
Choo-choo.
We are following the tracks. Choo-choo. Hello, Octi. Welcome. We're just working on our monk quests, which is taking longer than expected, but that's fine.
Because Eric.
Yeah, because Eric. He is very long-winded.
Yes, he is.
The other issue we've discovered is there's an event currently going on that we were going to finish off the night with, and we suddenly realized that the girls don't qualify yet, and we're trying to figure out why.
So we have a pretty good idea.
We have suspicions, but no confirmations.
Yeah, but it seems likely. Actually,
Do you want to do research on that?
14 FF15 event. Nocturne for heroes.
Yeah, they should have like a special event page up.
Yep. If you've completed the Messenger of the Winds quest.
Messenger of the Wind.
No, that's part of the event. That might be for if you're repeating it. Yeah, that seasonal event replay feature, never mind.
Excuse me, Wittergilt, my fat cat would like to have words with you.
Okay. Ah, here it is. Yeah, Man in Black. Level your character to 50. Complete the main scenario quest, The Ultimate Weapon.
Oh! So we have to complete all of AAR.
Yeah.
Joyful! Well, we're here with Wittergilt again.
Yep. You have returned. The first 3 relics are yours, and now the Fist has located the 4th. There is a Kurgan merchant who deals in contraband. The 4th relic is among his wares. Hurry to Lower Eorzea. Find this Kurgan. Take back what is now yours by right.
Okay, I'm just gonna teleport there.
Yeah, that would be a little long.
I go this way. Get out of Crazy Town.
Yeah, now crazier than ever.
And it's only going to get crazier.
Yeah.
Now, I believe this boat here I can take straight to Candlekeep Quay.
Maybe? Sounds familiar.
Let's see if I'm remembering this correctly. No! Though I can take Ilport and then transfer to Candlekeep Quay.
Right. Candlekeep Quay? Excuse me, Mr. Ferry Skipper. I'd like passage to Candlekeep Quay. Yay! Tendramoy.
No, I am not dealing with these two drunkards. Goodbye.
I don't blame you.
Zoom. And there's our Kirkin trader.
And a familiar-looking carriage.
Nope, this is the
It is a standard model.
Yeah, it's the standard model. Okay, Mr. Kirkin, I think you have something that belongs to me.
Stinky Fiera, come to stop and Kikirun's business. Come to take shinies. Kill her. Kill the Stinky.
Really? I bathed this week. Come on.
Yeah. Ah, the little jaw.
Must be paying good coin for a mole jaw here.
No, just bathhouse tickets.
Like they'd ever let him in.
With a ticket they will, surely. At least that's what the Gherkin told him.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Don't kill Kikirun. But please don't kill. Oh, take back Monk Circle. Take and spare.
Well, maybe next time you shouldn't steal. Oh my gosh, it's headgear that I can wear.
Yeah. Oh, very good.
Winning.
A feather twice as long as your ears.
Yes.
That's impressive.
You know what? I'm just gonna part to Lil Alamy go at this point. Because I can. Ain't that right, Mr. Fat Cat? Oh, he's just loafing on the job. Okay, Winter Guild. I got the shinies.
The fourth relic is now yours. You have done well, sister. But know this, there is another relic, a fifth and final piece. It will be yours, a gift from brother to sister, given on the day Alamigo stands free once more. That day is near. Or about 20 levels away, take your pick. Eric sent word not long ago. He claims his revolution has begun as well. He has made a grand discovery, and is now setting it to paper. I look forward to his work. With it, we will know all we must. The day he finishes will be the day Alamigo is reborn. Return to him now, sister. Ask for yourself when that day will be. May Ralger watch over you.
And back to Eric.
Yep.
Back to the
As if
talkative
there was any
one.
doubt.
Hmm?
As if there was any doubt.
Yeah, well, you kind of have to watch it. During Stormblood, the quest givers tended to move around, so you're like, where did I leave my guy last time? Fortunately, they have these little pointers in the corner that you can actually click on, and it will show the location of where you need to go, even if you have not taken the quest. So that's actually a nice little thing.
Oh, good
that
lord,
they put
yes.
Unfortunately, that display is only default on PC. It is not default if you are on console.
Really?
Nope. You have to. Now, it is available, but you have to toggle it on. It is not there on as a default setting for the UI.
Man, consoles are hard mode.
Well, part of it is that if they expect if you're playing on console, more than likely you are playing on a system or a monitor TV that has a smaller resolution than most monitors. That is no longer true, but at the time this game initially came out, it very much was.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Eric, what do you got for us?
Words. Lots of them. I'm afraid I haven't time for you now, Rena. I am pinning my thesis based on the ethereal data you and the simpleton collected. There have been significant developments since last we spoke, or rather, since last I spoke and you stood before me with that ever-vapid expression.
Thank you, Eric! Nice to see you too!
I think that's the nicest thing he's ever said to you.
It would be so painful if it wasn't true.
Soon, I will complete my work and present it at a conference of my peers. Surely you can pass the time until then punching and kicking and pursuing other monthly interests, yes? Go do that, then.
No, I'm actually just going to stand here until you give me the next quest. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really quick paper. 5 easy pieces. Professor Eric looks overjoyed. My theory was correct! Correct, I tell you! This will be the greatest academic breakthrough of my lifetime, perhaps of all lifetimes. I shall spare you the details of my experiment, as you are not like to comprehend their significance anyway, and proceed directly to the all-important conclusion. The announcement of my theory before a council of my peers was met with thunderous applause. And to think I owe it all to a vacant-eyed adventurer and a simpleton monk. Both you and the Pugilist Guild that sent you are due a debt of gratitude. Speaking of the monk, where in Eorzea has the semi-literate oaf wandered off to? I took note of his attendance among the spectators at the conference, but he has yet to present himself to offer his congratulations. Aha! What have I done? Rena, I fear the words I offered may have driven Ritter Guild to attempt the insane. I analyzed the ethereal waves of your bodies second by second. I was able to isolate and identify those of the final ethereal regulation mechanism, the so-called seventh chakra. From that, I was able to find the land which was most likely to resonate with those waves. Silvertear Falls. I went to the site myself to investigate, and it was there that I made my great discovery, the discovery of the century. It occurs to me that you shall never accomplish such a feat of the mind, Rena, and I find myself pitying you, but I digress. Do you not see what I have done, Rena? I told him precisely where he must go to unlock the seventh chakra. He has given his life to the fight to reclaim Alamigo from the Empire. More than anything, he desires the power needed to achieve that end, the power to combat the might of all Garlemald. Any fool can see that. Almost any fool can see that he imagines the seventh chakra to be that power. Yet, battling the Empire on such terms will only result in another tragedy like that which befell Alamigo. I pray you do not mean to follow him in this fool's crusade. Thank you, Foxfire. He has gone to Silvertear Falls in Mordona. I am certain of it. You must go, Rena. You must stop him. My words will not sway him, just as they could not sway my son. Perhaps yours will.
Wait. What was this about your son? Silvertear Falls.
My dear, poor Rena, what do you not know about Silvertear Falls what you do not know about Silvertear Falls could fill a book, and has multiple times over, I'm sure. Since ancient times, the falls in the region of Mordona in which they are located have been believed to be the seat of a great spiritual energy, as less advanced peoples were wont to call it. So old are these beliefs that the tomb of Zande himself, the first emperor of Alag... Oh, so that's Zande. I've forgotten most of the storyline that probably would have told me about that.
Don't worry, we'll run across it again.
Yes, we will. Was built deep beneath the surface of Mordona in the hope that the mystical power which resided under the lake would raise him from the dead. Oh, there are any number of legends and myths surrounding the place. I think the oldest and most widely known would have to be that of the Dragon of the Falls. I do not claim to be a folklorist, but I can certainly provide the general tale. There was the birth of Althik, god of time among the 12, and in turn his younger sister Nymea, goddess of fate. And then there was water, and through it Silvertear Falls came to be at the center of all that was. Here was the source of not only of water, but the fount of all magic as well. Now, when water came into being, so too did the great dragon Midgardsormr. Brother Time and Sister Fate, fearing the falls might fall into the hands of evil, ordered Midgardsormr their protector and warden. Much later, with the arrival of man, would Midgardsormr be worshipped as the guardian deity of Silvertear Falls. Have you been to Silvertear Falls, Rena? Or are you as untraveled as you are unread? Have you gazed upon the enormous dragon corpse frozen as a statue with wings outspread? You have gazed upon Midgardsormr. That tragedy is but 10 years old. After invading my home of Alamigo, the Garleans launched a fleet of airships led by the monstrosity Agrius. They flew for Silvertear Falls, knowing them to harbor the greatest concentration of Aether. And then, as those horrific instruments of evil loomed overhead, casting the dark shadow of death, the surface of the lake suddenly parted and burst skyward as Midgardsormr emerged to defend his waters. The battle between Midgardsormr and the Agrius has since come to be known as the Battle of Silvertear Skies. The dragon fought with divine strength and purpose, and after a fierce and grueling struggle, succeeded in bringing down the airship. As it fell into the lake, the impact caused the ceruleum on board to detonate, and Midgardsormr was killed, his corpse charred black in the conflagration. The structure formed by the wreckage of the Agrius and the entangled remains of Midgardsormr is now called the Keeper of the Lake. There will be a quiz on this.
Yeah, and actually not that far away.
No. Do you know what patch that was in?
Ah.
Probably around 2.1 or 2.2, I'm thinking.
I think it's 2.3.
Okay. So a little ways away yet.
Yeah.
For many religious and mythological enthusiasts, it stands as proof of the existence of the gods. For most people, however, it serves as a grim reminder of the horrific, dare I say, deicidal power of Gurlamald. Why did that dragon appear that day? Was it truly the Midgardsormr, the legendary guardian of Silvertear Falls? Such questions and more remain unanswered. For my part, I make the entire debacle for an elaborate Garlean fabrication, acted out to near perfection. Well, in that one, I know you're dead wrong. But let us put aside dragons and empires and speak inside of mine own latest discovery at the lake.
Oh no.
The aether of the area is in extremely chaotic state. I had long thought this to be a result of the Battle of Silvertear Skies, but have learned that this is not the case. The disturbances I have observed do not all derive from a single source. Beyond the imperceptible aether emitted by the Keeper of the Lake, there are even stronger ethereal waves coming from deep below the Earth to the east. I know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
And it won't be beneath the Earth for long.
No, it's actually...
He tells us.
Yeah.
I studied them in great detail and learned they are coming from a massive tower that was buried deep below the Earth at the time of that battle, the Crystal Tower. To think I had stumbled upon this legendary structure, the very height of Allagan's civilization and technology. The shifting and grinding of the Earth caused by the calamity woke the tower from a slumber some 5,000 years. And having since slowly risen from its earthen tomb, the tower pierces the skies once more. You must someday gaze upon it with your own eyes. It is truly a sight to behold. Yes, I can still recall the thunderous applause of my colleagues when I presented my theory of the tower. They were a great deal more grateful than you, that much is certain. There's a team of scholars who specialize in the study of all things Allagan. They are known as the Sons of St. Konak. At present, they are focusing their efforts on testing the validity of this theory. I very much look forward to the news of their findings. They will have findings.
Oh yeah! That's one way of putting it. Okay, off to Revenant's Toll.
When I talk about quiz, there will be a quiz on all of this.
And I'm just gonna port to Mordona.
And of course, just how much had they plotted forward at the time they wrote this?
As far as I understand, most of it.
Yeah. Damn, their writer's Bible must be a hell of a document.
Yeah. And just as a reminder for those tuning in, that's the Crystal Tower that he was talking about.
Yep. Which was buried under the earth.
Question! If you were paying attention to Eric? Quiz time!
Never.
What is also buried under the earth in Mordona?
Zande's tomb.
Correct.
And yeah, we'll be running into Zande.
That is the Keeper of the Lake.
Yes.
Unfortunately, not really good lighting at the moment, but it is what it is.
Though the silhouette of the wings is quite clear. That is nice.
I'm sorry. It's not you.
Uh-oh. Was it something I said? Was it something I ate?
Guido Guilt has something for me to do.
Gurlians, you claim the power of Gurlamalt. Fools, power outside your own cannot be trusted. You had no hope of defeating me. The seventh chakra swells within me. Soon it will open. When it does, the Empire will burn. The power of Magitech, the power of Gurlamalt. They are nothing. Alamigo fell to these. Backing away from the crazy man, are you? Ah, sister, you are late. But perhaps that is best. I have just attended our Gurlian guests. I wanted us to be alone. Eric was right. This is the place. You have come. Our chakra beat as drums. Do you not feel it, sister? Living in constant fear of death, struggling to stay warm enough to sleep, eating crumbs to fight hunger. Garlemald took everything from Alamigo. They left us nothing, not even our pride. Look to the craven teacher. He is proof of the truth I speak. I will reclaim it, all of it, but I need great power to do so. That power rests in the seventh chakra. I made you a promise. I have not forgotten. The fifth and final piece. It is yours to claim, but only if you defeat me. I told you when we first met, we monks seek sacred ground. Then there we train. That is how the chakra are opened. The teacher told me himself, this is where the seventh chakra opens. This is my sacred battleground, the ground of battle between you and me. Your strength has peaked. Through it, mine will grow. Do not despair. Your death will have purpose. It will be for Alamigo. Rejoice, sister. You shall die a martyr.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. I don't like this whole death thing.
The seventh chakra must be opened, and only your death will serve. That takes care of all the minions. So the chakra begins to open within you. Feel the healing. So the chakra, yours has begun to open. Only one can, and it will be mine. The future of Alamigo depends on it. The energy wells within me. Come, let us end this now.
You say end it now, but you're running away!
Yeah, that don't look so good.
I'm gonna have to move my true north. It is in the wrong position for my muscle memory.
You're saying at the moment it's true east?
Yeah, pretty much.
So is Spirit Pulse anything you ever actually learned yourself?
Nope.
Didn't think so. Ow.
There. Eat fist.
Mm-hmm. Hope it was delicious. So close. Why? Why will you not yield your power for the greater good? Stay back. This power is mine. The others of Eorzea ignore our suffering. Why should I care for their lives? Why should I care for yours? I must have that power. I must protect my people.
That's not how you protect your people. You know that.
Rena, that power.
You're late, bookworm.
Moment. That light. Never have I seen any like it.